Alright, this is the spoilers for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. Where to begin? So how about Ego, huh? Kurt Russell's character? That twist, wow, I'm sure we could have all seen it coming that he was the bad guy, but I didn't want that to happen, because I loved seeing Peter, connect with his father and what was happening, and that basically learning that Peter was getting superpowers. I was wondering where they were going with this, and when we found out Ego's real intentions, it was heartbreaking, which was great, because I'm sure that's what it was supposed to be. But that moment when Ego admits that he was responsible for Peter's mother's death, there was a collective gasp in the theater when that happened. I don't think any of us saw that coming, and that was just... Great job, Marvel. You guys know how to tug at the heartstrings. Though, is it bad to say that, watching the Walkman get destroyed was a little bit sadder for me, because I didn't see that coming. And at the very end of the movie, when he got the MP3 player, what was it, the Zoom or something, I just thought, yeah, no, this is not... This isn't going to be as iconic as the Walkman. So, I don't know, maybe in Guardians 3, they'll go to Earth, he'll, go into a pawn shop and find a new Walkman or something. I don't know. But just, I had mixed feelings about that. It's first Thor's hammer is destroyed. No, first Captain America loses his shield, now Thor's hammer is going to be destroyed, and Star-Lord has lost his Walkman. What is happening to these movies? Oh yeah, I forgot to mention this in the other video. How about that Dairy Queen product placement, huh? Watching that Dairy Queen get destroyed makes me want to go get a milkshake or whatever. I don't remember the last time I've been to Dairy Queen. But all twists aside, I'm not really sure how many of us saw Yondu's death coming. Or Mary Poppins, as he shall now affectionately be called. But he was another antagonistic character that I was surprised and impressed to see them kind of humanize him, actually make him not so much a bad guy as he was in the first movie. But then again, there was a part of me that I know he did his best raising Peter, but I couldn't help but think that from what I've seen, he was a terrible father. This is like when somebody who was terrible died, and yet his family's still oh, he was such a great person, actually. But again, that is nitpicking. His death was done great. His final sacrifice was sad. His funeral was again sad. We got to see, Sylvester Stallone again for, 5 more seconds. I don't know, maybe that little teaser during the credits was him coming back for the third movie. Maybe, I don't know. But what I was saying earlier about the similarities with Empire Strikes Back, they were really just a couple minor things, in the middle of the movie, the team getting separated and having their own adventures, which kind of is what happens with Luke, Han, and Leia. And Chewie, R2, and 3PO, can't forget those guys. And I noticed again at the very end of the movie, during Yondu's funeral, the way, all the characters are looking out in space with the sad music playing, kind of a bittersweet ending, and if I'm remembering correctly, Peter putting his arm around Gamora did seem a lot like the end of Empire Strikes Back. But then, bittersweet endings with characters looking off into the distance is really nothing new. Star Wars didn't start that, so maybe I'm noticing something that's not there. But then again, the plot twist with the character finding out his father is actually a bad guy, that seemed a little Star Wars-ish too, I don't know, which is funny considering that Kurt Russell was almost Han Solo. Maybe? I don't know. This is like when I saw Tomorrowland and there was that sci-fi shop with not only the Iron Giant and Incredibles toys, but also all the Star Wars stuff, which is funny considering director Brad Bird made Iron Giant, Incredibles, and passed up doing Star Wars. But I've gotten completely off track here. One more thing I would like to mention was a certain cameo from a certain 80s star who, let's just say I'm glad to think he has fun with with his fame. I'm talking about David Hasselhoff, and he was only in the movie for like 10 seconds, and then he like sang some music for the end. I'm sure when they asked him, he was thinking, well, I've done SpongeBob, I've done Kung Fury, why not do Guardians of the Galaxy? So again, it was just a fun little moment, and that's what this movie is full of. Fun moments, great music, great characters, and I just can't wait to see what they do next. I'm loving this universe more and more every day. So, like I said in the first review, go see this movie!